"Hello, friends," she said, not at all creepily. Hello, friends. I caught up on Welcome to Night Vale today, so the whole creepy creaking in a chair thing is in for me right now. Other things I have been doing with my spring break, marathoning season 7 of Parks and Recreation with my mom. I'm gonna turn this off. Just went more on. We're caught up now. We watched to the end. I got teary. We also watched the entire last season of Doctor Who, except for the Christmas special, which is sad because it seems like some stuff gets resolved in the Christmas special. I have also been doing a lot of work for the Writing Center and the journal, and getting caught up on reading journal submissions just makes me miss you a lot more, Gwendolyn. Thinking about cramming into like the library rooms and the office last year with Ryan, and just like getting beautifully sidetracked and like, sorry other viewers, you are along for the ride on our beautiful friendship. Deal with it. So, Gwendolyn, seeing your title, Ghost Town Riverwalk, and then seeing it start in the dark, I thought for sure the whole time you were gonna go on a ghost walk. Like you were gonna go on a "there be ghosts here, this is haunted" tour, which I would totally have expected of you. And the whole time I was like, okay, they're going down the elevator into Ghostland. Okay, they're going to Half Price Books. Haunted Book of the Dead. No, I love getting to go on these trips with you, Gwendolyn. You, like, especially hearing your sassy comments from, like, the ducks. Oh, I miss you. Adria, I was super glad, proud, excited to hear your list of things you want to keep for lifelong learning. Walter Benjamin, I recommend Theses on the Philosophy of History. I think that was one of the first ones I was exposed to, and I forgot about it and then came back to it at just the right time. I think they have you read it a little bit in English 302, so it'll probably ring a little familiar to you as well. And you mentioned being interested in the history of gentrification. I'll be taking a class that deals partly with that this next quarter, so I can point to some resources. Things that I want to learn. I would like to learn a language from each continent. So far I have tried to learn Spanish. I took a couple years, learned little bits along the way. I took a couple years of French and then also a little bit this year. I want to get better at both of those. I tried to teach myself Chinese with an online dictionary thing a couple summers ago. I want to actually learn to do that. And then other continents, maybe Swahili. Yeah, there's lots. There's a whole big world. I should probably get a mastery of those ones before I move on. I also want to learn to dance, like ballroom dancing. I feel like that's a cultural thing, and I feel like I'm kind of clumsy and not very good with my physical space. So I feel like, and I'm really bad with rhythm, with like staying on a beat. That's what always got me in learning instruments, which is partly why I want to learn drums. I want to learn a lot more about history. I feel like there are a lot of gaps, especially because I don't remember any class I've ever taken covering the period between the end of World War II and today. So I'm definitely looking for some books or some good documentaries to fill in those gaps. I know I could have taken a class. I did take some classes that covered the time up to then, but fill it in where I can. I also want to learn about botany. So like when I'm on walks, I want to be able to recognize the plants around me. Maybe even birds. I might like to learn about birds. The only caveat with that is that my dad and stepmom are bird watchers, and I fear for what I would become. So those are things I'm interested in keeping on learning, and with my last quarter coming up, it's definitely something I've been thinking about. Especially you, Gwendolyn, seeing how you've been, I wish I could see more firsthand, but distance. Knowing that you've been trying to still structure in time for writing to your life. Adria, hearing you have these lists as you're going out into the wild, other friends graduating and talking about things they're going to read now. it's definitely something I've been thinking about. And once that structure is in your life, I'm curious of how you guys keep working and keep learning. And I would love to hear about that. I'm sure it's something you're still working on, that everyone is still working on. But I look forward to hearing from you, as I always do. Bye. Like, boom, 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 boom. And she calls out the little creature, and I'm like, the super babies, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Washington, Washington. I'm very tangential right now. I'm very sorry.